I would like to welcome and congratulate everyone who has come to tonight's vigil. Today, Heavenly Japan 3-day workshop trainees have come, and all of them are wearing Cheonshim robe, and this Cheonshim Won Cheonsongwanli Palace main hall is filled with our brothers and sisters, and I would love to see what I'm looking at. Today, from Heavenly Korea, Cheonwon Church, 185 members have gathered at the training center to offer prayer and devotion. Cheonsung Church, 68, and Jinju Church, 60 members have gathered to offer prayer and devotion. It is their 600th vigil. Even during this difficult time, I'm certain they will make great victory in near future. And Iksan, Changwon, Cheonwon, Daegu, Ilsin, in this order, members are attending. From Heavenly Japan, Sendai Church, 119, Fukuoka Church, 105, Nagano Church, 104, Masayama, 104. Akashi Church, 101, Oita Takamasu, Toyama, Okayama, Koriyama, Takasaki. In this order, our brothers and sisters in Heavenly Japan are attending the vigil. Mozambique, Cheonshim Won. Our brothers and sisters have filled the room and offered prayer and devotion in heavily Central South America, in Brazil and Jardine. Our brothers and sisters are attending the vigil at this time. Now, and third, Yongsong workshop, which is held in West Africa branch, they are continuing with their Yongsong workshop. And also their Mozambique Academy trainees are attending. So throughout the world, Yongsong Workshop and Academy are advancing forward. Akashi Church, it is their 500 and 501 are attending the vigil. Chiba Church, it is their 400th vigil. They're offering devotion. Gwangjin Church, it is their 400th vigil, offering prayer and devotion, continuing to offer prayer and devotion. Today, YouTube is not working well, so we are facing difficult time of vigil as well. At detention center, it is 108 days since we started offering devotion, and based on our brother Song In-young, pastor, he sent me a message, and what he said was, even the weather got colder, we are enduring through 108 days of our devotion. Cheonwon Church, Kwanak, Ilsan, Anyang, Namangju, Songnam, Gangso, Kumchon, Ansan, Tongilmudo, etc. Members from various different places, 95 have gathered to offer prayer and devotion. This period is a period when we learn about responsibility. It's a moment when we gather our hopes, and it is time for us to prepare the victory. Today, 1,470 Cheonshim Won special devotion. Through this vigil, our faith will never be shaken nor wavered. We will never stop. We will move forward until the end. The 108 days of tribulation could not make us collapse. In fact, instead, it allowed us to embed Heavenly Parent and Holy Mother, our true Mother's heart within our heart. And even during this tribulation, we see a hope, and we are walking step by step with hope to forward. Even tonight, we have gathered to offer special devotion with all our body and heart. And today, yesterday, Cho Man-un and Park Ne-chun elder pastors went to detention center, offer prayer and devotion. Elder pastor Cho Man-un heard news something that was wrong, which is that 송이철 brother did not stop, but he is continuing. And I received a message from him that he is continuing to offer prayer, devotion, and he has a spirit of Indians where one offers devotion until it is fulfilled, and I'm certain that his devotion will be fulfilled because he is offering such devotion. So Chomanu, Bangladesh elder pastor, and elder pastors around the nation have come to offer prayer and devotion at the detention center. And this is a message I received from various different elder members. Truly, during this cold winter, our members are offering prayer and devotion. Why don't we give a big round of applause for them? And today, general workshop trainees 335 at Yongsong Academy, 18 Yongsong workshop trainee, attendance workshop trainee, second international Yongsong workshop trainees, total Yongsong workshop 385 trainees are here at the training center, and fourth Heavenly Japan Yongsong 3-day workshop 462 have gathered. So total of trainees we have today is 1,182. So 1,182 trainees are attending to attend the workshop, and I am very grateful that many people have come during this difficult time. Sagi Saka Jimmy, our sister, she is International Youngsong Workshop Coordinator, and she have shared very truly a precious testimony. Through first Youngsong Workshop, International Youngsong Workshop, she received amazing grace. She was reborn and resurrected through the workshop, and under the love of True Mother, as a direct child, she realized who she was, her own identity, what her own identity is, and so she resolved to come to second Youngsong International Youngsong Workshop. She told us that she come to serve trainee. She has received great grace through this workshop, and she was able to experience resurrection in two experiences. First time was when she was there at the first praise practice. As she sang the song with the trainee 영원히 사랑해, she was amazed. And this is work of praise. 찬양 역사. 찬양 역사 is not just grace of Holy God. Through the praise, once you resonate, once you shed tears through the praise, that overwhelming grace, what that one receives through the praise, that is what we can call 찬양 역사. And when you offer 찬양 through, when you're in that state, you'll be able to go deeper spiritually. So as she sang 사랑의 부모님, she realized how much True Mother loved True Father, how much True Father loved True Mother. As she thought about it, she was able to fully resonate with True Mother's heart. And our sister have shared such heart. Also, as she saw 1,000 bows, which is done by trainee, she was very moved as well. Right now, True Mother is in detention center, and when we meet True Mother, when we don't have much time, True Mother always asks us to sing. And yesterday and 2 days ago, I was able to meet True Mother, reported to her, and we had 1 minute and 17 seconds left, and True Mother said, "Sing 사랑해." So we sang that song. As I sing the song, the 10-minute has ended and our song has been cut off. So when you sing 사랑해 당신을, you must have the heart that you're singing to True Mother at the detention center. If you sing with that heart, I'm certain you'll be able to feel True Mother's heart fully. the small needle that your mother has been looking for. In order to find that needle, she has offered devotion, and finally through Youngsong workshop, at the 5th Youngsong workshop, she said that who is that needle? That needle is the one who knows mother's heart, and you must spread other needles like yourself. And our sister 사기작가 재미 coordinator, she is truly a needle that your mother has been looking for, and I'm certain your mother will receive great comfort. And when your mother is having a hard time, our faith should not be wavered, should not be shaken. We should be like a boulder to make sure that our faith is steady to move forward. And our Koje Kimari, our 18th Youngsong workshop, have sang beautiful praise. And our sister Moon Hyo-jung, I think she is a Japanese Japanese missionary, and I think she changed her name to Moon Hyo-jung in Korean. 28 years ago, when she was receiving blessing, her husband, she knew that her husband was sick, but she told us that she received heaven's message. Just as how much I love you, I love your husband as my son. Even on behalf of myself who do not have body, love your husband and make him happy. So in order to fulfill that promise, our sister Moon Hyo-jung went to countryside to do farming, and she attended her husband, her parent-in-laws, and as she gave birth to 4 children, and I'm certain she had to endure a lot of things and made a lot of effort. Why don't we give a big round of applause to our sister for her effort. And when she was taking care of her children in such a difficult state, it would have been best if her children lived with filial piety, but her eldest son could not understand his mother's heart. And after finishing her military service, he became hikokimori, being close to the society, and he stuck in room he blocked himself in the room and played games all day long. And he shouted to never leave him alone, in which how painful would the mother be? And our sister had a lot of sorrow for her, and she said, "What do you want me to do?" And with that saying, she was able to shout more. And even she heard the words of proud blessed family. Her heart, instead of being open, her heart was closed. She felt great pain, and at the same time, she received a lot of great realization. She realized that because of my resentful, sorrowful heart, I wasn't able to resonate with your mother's heart, Heavenly Parents' pain. So she resolved to liberate her heart, resentful and sorrowful heart, and she decided to resolved to go back home to love each and every one of her family members with love. That's the conviction that she has showed. And so I hope that our sister can go back home and centering on Cheonshim Won devotion for heaven's work to be revealed. I hope she can offer devotion that truly moves heaven. Mother's prayer can move Heavenly Parents' heart fastest, and mother's prayer is a prayer that can mobilize the spirit world in the strongest state. So, if possible, it would be best if mothers can offer prayer and devotion for their children to listen, to see, and offer prayer and devotion so that they can listen. And if one reaches certain condition, I'm certain the work of heaven will unfold, where children will become filial sons and daughters to not only to their physical parent but to Heavenly Parent, true parents. And I hope that our sister can offer devotion specifically and pray specifically to heaven. And in order to mobilize the spirit world, how should we pray? And it is being taught to us through true parents' words that we have read. With an attitude of just doing only as you're told without any particular difference between yesterday and today, you cannot receive the cooperation of the spirit world. The words, "I view don't make difference between yesterday and today. And if you just live and pass the day as you're told, then the spirit world cannot be moved. The words life or death determination, total investment must feel real. Devotion must be said with life or death determination. If you feel tired, you should not, even if you feel tired, you should not give up. You should have life or death determination. Why? You're making a battle with the spiritual beings, evil spirits, and you must change. Especially for parents, they must change their children's spiritual form. That is why one cannot just offer prayer and just finish when they feel tired. One must offer devotion with life or death determination, with total investment. Only then one can win. Only then one can be victorious. So that is why you must practice. I am saying that you should become those who report to heaven every day, move together with heaven. So True Father made life or death determination. True Father put all the investment, and he kept practicing after practicing to fulfill his words. Now we are living in an era where we are having the greatest battle of the spirit world. All of us must become heavenly soldiers, offer devotion, and be victorious through your devotion. You should not let your heart be wavered, especially because we're living in such a difficult time. Those who have weak hearts will receive great damage spiritually. Today, our brother Yokoi Toshiaki shared his report very well. Holy Mother Han. Holy Masaichi's name sounded very similar to Holy Mother Han. And if you truly believe, he will become centered on Holy Mother Han. So, our brother Holy Masaichi, to be victorious and bring miracle to heavenly Japan, for entire spirit world to be mobilized centering on him, I hope that you believe that he will bring such work. And also, first, second, third, fourth, Young's 3-day workshop. If you gather all the number of attendees, 1,943. This is not something that is easily done. Even if you try, you cannot do it well. How can this align so perfectly? So, all the members who attend the 3-day workshop must become absolutely one with Holy Mother, our True Mother. And once they move with such heart, such conviction, I'm certain greater work, greater miracle will appear throughout this year 2026. So, in this year, at the end of this year, the workshop, if you gather all the number of attendees, 1,943, this is not something that is easily done. Even if you try, you cannot do it well. How can this align so perfectly? So, all the members who attend the 3-day workshop must become absolutely one with Holy Mother, our True Mother. And once they move with such heart, such conviction, I'm certain greater work, greater miracle will appear throughout this year 2026. So, in this year, at the end of this year, the end of 2025 has been trials and hardship. And despite such trials and hardship, centering on training center, all the people attending the education program that we held at the training center, we had more than 1 million brothers and sisters who attended. And amongst them, 60% were attended by Japanese brothers and sisters. And this is amazing work of heaven. So in this year of 2026, as long as we can have absolute faith, I'm certain we will create greater miracle, greater victory to show to True Mother. That's what I believe. And this showing this great victory is work of heaven. Our brother Ishimura, who shared testimony, who was paralyzed, with their lower body, he showed the grace of liberating his body. And also our sister lost her body weight all the way down to 31, 32 kilograms. But after a liberation of his spirit, she was able to gain 10 kilograms more, and she started to heal. And we have such amazing testimonies, and I believe this testimony allow us to pile up our faith after faith on top of our faith. And through Cheonshim Won, we must reflect on what kind of miracle we have faced. Instead of just listening and letting it go, you must listen again and again so that you can pile up your faith, pile up your devotion, pile up your belief, and understand how Heavenly Parents, true parents are working. That's how Heavenly Parents, that's how true parents are working. That's how absolute spirits are working. And if you can believe, absolutely believe in these, your faith will eventually move heaven and create miracle through your life. The spirits in the spirit world, if they don't have foundation of earthly people, they cannot move. This work of the Holy Spirit world can only be done through the devotion of people people in the earthly world to offer devotion. Although we are many people are offering devotion already, but we should not be satisfied with this. All the churches must attend True Mother, and every church must have conviction that you are fighting the last battle of the spirit world, and you must offer devotion, greater devotion day after day to bring great miracle. That's what spiritual world wants, and that's what spiritual world desires from you. And our brother Yokoi, he's working diligently in training center, but also she is in charge of Imcho village and working diligently there as well. And there are 22 family members who are in charge of this area, and they're working very diligently. And if they have time, they will go out to work. And whenever there is a festival in the village, they would go and join that festival. And even when they have a party, they would our Heavenly Child Messiah will assist them. So whatever villagers make event, whatever the event the villagers make, they would go and join with them. You know, in the past, there are many Christian elders who tried to kick us out, but now we have settled down. Everyone is welcoming, and so recently we saw the video of how 280 people gathered at Sangtown to hold end-of-year service. And you never know how much Mother was happy to listen to this story. During this difficult time, if we can gather throughout all the villages around the nation, if we can move forward with that heart, with that conviction, how amazing would it be? Actually, that was the legacy of true father, which is to settle down from the village level, from the household level, with life or death determination, with full investment, with practice after practice. We must bring nation to rise. What are we doing? Why are we putting our life or death determination for? What is it that we need to practice for? We are trying to go down to village level, to the household level, to settle down. Even when True Mother proclaimed the providence of Cheonshim Won, she already proclaimed that every village, every household should attend Heavenly Parents. So, to be honest, all the Heavenly Tribe of Messiah, as they are in charge of their villages, they should teach villagers how to attend Heavenly Parents, and they should teach what Cheonshim Won is and what is the providence of Cheonshim Won is, and we must create an environment where they can accept all of these so that they can attend Heavenly Parents properly, and only then we can create a world where all the people around the world can attend Heavenly Parents, and not only through our words, but we should put ourselves into action, and only then heaven is working, and because heaven is working, we must move forward. And with those stories, we must go into the village. You know, Sangtown village, when we had a last end of year gathering, We did 찬양 역사, we did Ansu lecture, even our director Kim Dok-soo gave Ansu lecture, and people in the secular world, the villagers, really they got excited and they were so happy to be part of it. They didn't run away thinking that, oh, this message is so strange, but they accepted what we have done. We were doing. In fact, they were worrying about our brother, thinking that, oh, is he okay? Wouldn't he collapse? So I'm certain, I can proudly say we have made great victory in Sangtown, and to be honest, this is the model that all the villages around the nation should make. And only when we make such victory, we can bring heavenly unified Korea to be fulfilled on this land. Today, we have received very important true parents' words. Our future is bright. Do you believe? When you look at online, there are various different negative news, but you must realize that our future has great hope. The history is history of providence and restoration. Because we have true parents, our future is hope. Our true Father in spirit world who is working in this physical world. Our true Mother who is embodiment of heavenly parent and who is guiding us. Because we have true parents, our hope is bright. Because we have principle, because we have words, our future is bright. Because we have true parents, Victoria Foundation, their life course, our future is hope, is bright. When someone says that, oh, you're having a hard time, you're about to collapse, but and when somebody says it, we should deny them and tell them that we have hope, and we must have a good reasons to back it up. Only then we can get rid of negativity. Get rid of negativity. So we already receive abundant grace. Why don't you reflect yourself at how much grace you have received? The fact that you are born in this world, this era, the fact that we knew true parents, all of that is grace that we have received. If we didn't know true parents, we would have been within the Satan's grasp. But because we knew true parents, we have become a blessed family who have lineage of heavenly parents, and we are given the relationship. Given the opportunity to make relationship with true parents, to live as one family under heavenly parent, true parents. In the secular world, a lot of people reflect about why they have to live, but we know through the principle why we are living. We must realize how amazing grace this is. After learning about the principle, I never thought about my life anymore, because my life is truly laid out perfectly based on heavenly law, centering on principle. Before principle, I thought to myself, why do I have to live? What is the purpose of my living? But after understanding the principle, I did not have to question anymore. We must realize how graceful, how blessing it is to receive blessing from true parents. We must realize how much grace it is to separate evil spirit, separate us from Satan. So, thinking about all these things, we must realize how much grace, how much blessing we have received. We cannot help but to feel that way. And the spirit world is a place where we breathe with love. And this is something that is great enlightenment one can make. It is a place that breathes with air of love. These are the words of true parents. The tool of resonance physical world is air. Without air, you'll die. Through air, we listen to sounds. And we can resonate. But the resonant spirit world is love. So, if you resonate with the spiritual being, that is done through love. If you cannot feel love, then you're basically dead in the spirit world. So as you feel love, If you feel only the love that is visible, that is horizontal love, and you're feeling slight bit of horizontal love. But if you're in this place, and if you can feel the love that is filling this place, then you are feeling the spirit world. Heavenly Parent, who is omnipresent, who is filling the love of entire world. If we can resonate that, we realize how great Heavenly Parent's love is. You must realize how much Father's love is spread through this area. There are many people who receive true Father's love. Those who receive true Father's love, they cry and cry. And there are people who send me true Father's love as a message. On December 31st, on the day of the New Year gathering vigil, True Father came and he said, long years later, when you reflect year 2025, this year, I hope that this year will not be left as year of sorrow, year of discern. As I live throughout my life, I have faced many difficulties. The circumstances only heaven and I know. The circumstances that mother and heaven and I know. Even in that situation where I cannot see even slightest bit of future, I offered devotion after devotion, and I prayed throughout the night. And there are moments when I cannot see what's ahead. I went out for heaven, but what was waiting was life in prison through unjust. If you are in this situation, knowing that you'll be imprisoned because of injustice, what would you do? You never know how many hours I have clung on to heaven to offer prayer, and once you pray like that, you'll realize how sorrowful, how our Heavenly Parent is how Heavenly Parent is in greater sorrow, greater pity, greater sadness than myself. And experiencing Heavenly Parent's heart, after experiencing Heavenly Parent's heart, no matter what people say, no matter how much they speak about me, which is unimaginable, no matter how much they persecute me, I could not stop. And as I live in such a way, I ascended spirit world, and in front of Heavenly Parent, when I ascended spirit world, when I offer my life to Heavenly Parent, as I reflect the past, I realize everything was the grace of Heavenly Parent, was love of Heavenly Parent. Throughout my life, as I experienced Heavenly Parent's love and grace, and I thought that I already received abundantly, but and I already knew that Heavenly Parent's love and grace is infinite. But as I ascended to spirit world, I realized how infinite, how great, how amazing Heavenly Parent's love and grace is. So at this time, not only air is filled with love, Heavenly Parent's love is filling this place. 아주. My brothers and sisters, my children, 천원군 천일산 entry ceremony, which is the beginning of new beginning for Heavenly Parent. You are the heavenly soldier who've been called up here. No matter what others say, you should not lose your dignity as Heavenly Parent's children and true Parent's children. You have received value that you cannot change with anything. No matter what happens, do not stain that dignity. Every minute, every second you live with Heavenly Parent, True Parent, with Holy Mother Han is very precious. Even if you feel like you're gonna sigh, you should get rid of that sigh, change that right away change that to gratitude, and only then you can call yourself filial son and daughter.
고난이라 생각했던 모든 순간에
Every moment that feels like filial trial,
함께 있었다는 것을
you must realize living heavenly parent has always been with you, and you should be able to feel that.
육신을 가지고 있을 때
And you should, if you haven't felt that, you should start feeling it now. And while you have physical world, you should be able to feel all the love, all the grace Heavenly Parent have bestowed you. And if you, and at times when tears just falls down as you think of Heavenly Parent, just cry. If you feel gratitude, just smile. If you feel any emotions that you feel for Heavenly Parent, do not hesitate but express. The tears that flow, if your tears flowing through your eyes for hours after hours as you think about Heavenly Parent, then let it flow. Such precious era has opened where we have to Heavenly Parent substantially. How long are you going to live in the past? How much are you going to live in the past? If you just cry, asking heaven, oh, please save me, then you're living in such a lower state. Once you realize how much grace and love Heavenly Parent has been bestowing you, you say that, oh, this is how much how much love you have been giving me. So, even if it feels like a wall is blocking you from feeling Heavenly Parent, true parents, listen to the path. Find that path where is Heavenly Parent and true parents are calling out to you. If you call out, if you knock on the door, if you try to open that door, Heavenly Parent, true parents will never ignore you, never abandon you. They will always come to you. And if you realize this, you will make this year victorious. You will gladly come this year, meet this year with gratitude. So, I hope that all of you feel love that is filling this place. And if you can feel this love, you can meet this new year with great gratitude. Why do we offer 3 cheers of 엉만세? Why 3? Even at the Songwa ceremony, when one ascends to spirit world, we still call out 엉만세. No matter what kind of trial, what kind of hardship we face, we have always offered 엉만세. Why? Because heaven is always with us. Because heaven is living and working through us. Even when we face trial that even the Satan hates, heaven is working. Heaven is guiding us. Heaven is governing us. And as we must offer our praise, offer our love to heaven through gratitude, through glory, through praise, we must show. And that is why we call out 엉만세 no matter what happens to move forward. So, most honorable Heavenly Parent, you have worked so much the year 2025. Thank you. And I am very sorry. I want to congratulate you for the victory you have made. So you must offer such victorious praise to Heavenly Parent so that you can welcome this year as a hope. And I hope that you move forward with such conviction. Victorious Heavenly Parent, Holy Mother, Han, True Mother, 엉만세. After listening to end of year speech, True Father gave this amazing words, and these words were received by our second generation. My brothers and sisters, True Father is here with us. Please believe. No matter how much you think, no matter how much you believe, if you feel like you're hit a wall and you cannot see anything, if you feel like the darkness is ahead of you, only way to get rid of that wall, get rid of that darkness is to cry out with desperate heart. Only then Heavenly Parent can come down to you. Only then true parents can come down to you. And the people of Israel, who were in Egypt, they cried and cried to be saved, and that's why Heavenly Parents sent Moses. You know, David called out all day long, and heaven found him. I cry out all day long. I heard your cry all day long. Cry at the tribulation, I will glorify you. During my day of tribulation, I will call out with all my energy, and the Lord will answer. David, who offered prayer in the form of crying out, great David, King David, has become someone who can show the authority, the power of heaven through that prayer. So if you're facing difficulty, if you're facing hardship, you must cry out to heaven and experience amazing work of Heavenly Parents, true parents. And I hope that all of you offer prayer with such conviction, such heart. I'm certain that today will be a turning point for you to meet great work of heaven throughout the year of 2026, making it a victorious year. Thank you. Why don't we offer another big round of applause to President Gi-sung for giving us very important and precious message.